Stigma.
So this is going to be the spark plug video. As stated in the last video right here, I have the ignition coils slash spark plug wires out. I have the old spark plugs. And by the way, here's a quick tip. I don't know if it's for every Mini Cooper, but I know for mine, I kept seeing 16 millimeter. This is a 14 millimeter spark plug socket. It's 12 point, it's extended, and this one works for the BMW. I have the N50 4335i. It's an E90. But what you can do, you grab an extension, and then a 5/8 would work actually perfect, because the thing is, when you put the 5/8, try to do this with one hand, when you put the 5/8 on a spark plug and it goes inside, it's actually going to grab the nut and it fits perfectly. You know, it gives it enough like that, just enough to pull it out. Only problem is, once they're all loose, you can't really take it out because it doesn't have any rubber. But I grabbed a thin pair of needle nose pliers, pretty long compared to the spark plug, and it just goes straight into the right there, the little slots, cylinders you can say, and you can just pull them right out. All right, so right here I'm gonna go ahead and do the spark plugs. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this right here is ignition number 1. It's gonna be right here, and then it's 2, and then it's gonna be 3 on the right hand back side, and then it's 4 on the back left side. I'm just gonna quickly show that. It's gonna be 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So 1 is gonna go wired here, 2 is gonna go wired here to this one, 3 is gonna go wired to this back one, and then 4 is gonna be wired to this one. So, and the thing about right here with these 3199, that's the part number, NGK, I was actually, you know, I did a rookie mistake. I didn't even check the gap on them. I could always return them anyways. These are brand new. They're already pre-gapped. The thing with pre-gapped ones, they have a 4-prong, like I said earlier. The thing with 4 prongs, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're pre-gapped basically. So then you just basically stick this in here, excuse me, wrong way, like this, and then you're gonna go ahead and tighten them. They say it's best to use a torque wrench, which, you know, by all means go ahead. I actually recommend doing torque wrenches and torquing it, but I'm gonna just go ahead and tighten it pretty good. Quick tip, I didn't have any anti-seize or any lubricant like that, and I know people are gonna be like, well, good luck getting them out. I haven't really had much problem taking them out. I do regular maintenance on my vehicles very often. I know people tell me I'm crazy, but the thing is, when you do your preventative maintenance on your vehicles, that's the thing. You don't really need to worry about having problems later on. I mean, if you can afford it, try to do constant oil changes, even though you're doing full synthetic. You know, I try to do it like, it's really hard to really keep up with that, but every 5,000 miles or less if possible. I know they can go more than that. It's not gonna hurt your vehicle if you go 10,000, but I wouldn't recommend going anything over 8 or 10,000. That's the limit. But like I said, just go ahead and just tighten it with one hand until they basically can't no more. So with one hand, like this, and then grab another hand and then torque it down pretty good. And you don't want to break it, obviously, so be gentle. So it's gonna get to the point right here. At this point, it's very hard for me to turn it. So when it gets to that point where it's like the hardest you can turn it, like this, you're gonna just give it one little turn, and that's it. That's pretty damn tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it for the rest. I'm gonna speed it up. All the spark plugs in already. Gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're gonna go ahead and put the ignition coils next. Okay, so I actually laid them out in order when I took them out. I'm gonna go ahead and do 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna start off with number 4. So here we go. It's gonna be number 4. We're gonna put it towards the left like this. Make sure they're in all the way. Push them really good. You're gonna hear a little like suction. So once you hear the suction, that's how you know they're in. Yep, they're in. And it's gonna go to number 4, which is the one all the way in the back to the left. So we're gonna route it behind underneath number 3. Make sure we push it in. You'll hear a little click. Okay, that's in. So we got 4. Then we're gonna do number 3. And like I said, this is all just to test if hopefully I can salvage the engine. But either way, I am gonna do forged, you know, what I mentioned earlier, all the forged parts. Hold on. Here we go, we heard it click. This is number 3. And I mean, if I don't have to do it, I'm gonna hang off on it just because, you know, times are a little tough, but I really want to get this project going. So once again, 4 is at the back left. Number 3, which is this one right here, it's going to be on the back right side. We have number 2 now, and I pushed it. I didn't hear a little suction, but it's pretty tight in there. And then number 2 is going to be in the front side on the right hand side. We're going to route it underneath number 1. I'm going to push it. There we go. We got that. There we go. I finally heard the little suction. Yep. It's like a little click. So here we go. And then number 1, which is this one. So it's right here. It helps out to push it with the palm right here, this part of your hand. Just push them down. It actually, you'll hear the little suction, and then get 2 thumbs and push it down as hard as you can. And here we go. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3 routed to the back right, and then 4 routed to the back left. Let me show you guys. Sorry to be so repetitive, but I want to help out anyone this is their first time. It's gonna be number 1 on this side, number 2 right here, number 3 here, and number 4 on the back. And if you look, it's gonna have a number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And lastly, like I said, I'm using a 3/8 ratchet, an extension maybe about 10 inches or so, and I'm using a 5/8 just because I didn't have the 16 12 point, but still does the job. Get yourself a pair of needle nose pliers, and yeah, that's how you do it. Once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, just go ahead and please go ahead and like it. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you know, ask me in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.